This is the rusty-patched bumblebee, a super cute and fluffy species.
Now, this is Rustbee, the Pokemon that we've created based on this endangered species. You might be wondering, why does it look scarier? Well, in this video, we'll be covering the threats that have led to the species endangerment and some of the unique features of the species and how we've incorporated them into Rustbee. At the end of the video, we'll also cover one very intriguing behavior the Rusty Patch Bumblebee exhibits that has inspired our Pokemon's appearance and abilities.
The rusty-patched bumblebee has been endangered in the Midwestern United States since 2017. Its name comes from the unique rusty patch marking found in the worker and male bees. We incorporated this unique feature into Rustbee by adding rusty veins to the wings and rusty patches on the metal attached to its body. Current threats to this species include habitat loss, climate change, pesticide use, and pathogens. The grasslands, prairies, and woodlands that these bees occupy have been undermined largely due to urbanization and agricultural development.
Because of these same issues, Rustbee has had to adapt to its new environment and doesn't like the city as much as the open fields and woods, which explains why it looks a bit scarier. The incorporation of metal in our Pokemon and its bug and steel typing is a reflection of urbanization and habitat loss. We were also inspired by how the Rusty Patch Bumblebee often uses pre-built nests made by rodents or other small animals. Similar to how these bees utilize the environment already around them, Rustbee is able to repair itself with pieces of scrap metal from its surrounding habitat.
Additionally, another unique feature in the rusty patch bumblebee is its short tongue. Their short tongue limits which plants they can access nectar from, as it's more difficult for them to reach nectar in flowers with a long corolla length. With floral resources becoming more limited due to habitat loss, their shorter tongues decrease the flowers available to them even more than before.
Which leads us to their very intriguing behavior known as nectar robbing. In nectar robbing, bees will pierce the bottom of flowers with their short tongues or bite with their jaws to get nectar. This behavior inspired the tongue and teeth features in our Pokemon, and Rustbee is able to attack opponents with a pierce attack.
Although Rustbee can access nectar through nectar robbing, it doesn't come into direct contact with pollen in the corolla and instead collects pollen in a bucket that it carries. Through its pollen puff attack, pollen can be thrown at opponents and explode to cause damage or be thrown at allies to restore some of their HP. In either case, Rustbee can spread pollen and help pollinate more flowers.
Therefore, despite their different appearances, the Rusty Patch Bumblebee and Rustbee alike share a common goal: to adapt to their ever-changing habitat and help drive a better future for their environment.